Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay, and we're reviewing episode 2 of season 4 of Game of Thrones, and shit goes cray-cray finally. It really fucking just dips in and takes it out and says, look at this bleeding heart, I fucking did it.
Bruce Lee style.
Episode 2, wait.
I mean, what the fuck is going on with all these marriages and people dying? It's like being in the back alleys of Tijuana. Some shit's going down and you just don't know what the fuck's... I mean, you just get married in the woods. Fuck it. And then it'd be a small little wedding. But first off, let's talk about it because it's one of the biggest part of the whole episode. King Joffrey's dead.
That fucker is dead, finally.
What a wild party. You had like little midgets butt fucking before the show and then you got like, spiked wine and people died. Fuck yeah!
Holy shit, dude. I can't believe they actually did it. A lot of people couldn't. It's like, it's episode 2 and you guys are already just dropping this bombshell on us. They were just fucking... They didn't just drop the mic, they threw it and hit you in the fucking face with it. You're like, fuck you, Game of Thrones. Bruce Bolton's bastard son's running around, treating Theon like shit, who has a completely different name for him now. I mean, he's a shell of himself. Yeah. He's not even a shell of himself. He's just a full-blown fucking just like...
He's Igor.
Talk about Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, he is Igor.
You know, he looks like somebody had smoked like crystal meth. He's like, yeah.
He's got the perfect fucked up face for him, too. He's like,
he just, I hate that guy. I've hated him since season 1, but, you know, I have to feel sorry for him. I mean, his man jewel's gone, and now he's just like... You know, the guy's like, your name is Reek because you stink.
You get your dick cut off, bad shit happens to your psyche.
I remember that in season 3. The guy was eating a plump sausage right in front of me. He's like, what?
Vienna. But yeah, so they kill that girl in the most gruesome way. They have the dogs kill her, so you know, okay, this shit's gonna be real this time around.
Yeah.
And then we go on through the episode, more shit happens. Jaime Lannister's all fucked up about his arm, and he finally reveals to Tyrion, he's like, I can't fight. And he's like, I'm a piece of shit now. And then Tyrion's being awesome to him. And what is it about Jaime Lannister now? Like, it's like wrestling, dude. It's like, you were a bad guy, but I kinda like you now. I can't help it. They slowly just put it in.
I think it was just, I think he's kind of like, he was always, when I even ever saw him, he just has like a good guy, inside of him trying to be a, you know, he wants to be the good guy for the Lannisters, but at the same time, he knows that they're pieces of shit family.
And he does his sister.
Trying to, yeah, he does his sister too, which, I mean, everybody does their sister apparently in Game of Thrones.
And he also threw a little boy off a window ledge and paralyzed him. So the
Jaime Lannister's philosophy, that's his problem. But yeah, he did come off that, but there's something about him, he's just a likable bad guy.
He looks like he should be the good guy, though. Yeah. He just has that look about him.
He looks like Captain America. He does.
He could play Captain America, probably.
I'm kind of getting pissed about Jaime Lannister, though. Is like, he always seemed like those guys like will come back like a quick comeback. When somebody says something, he'd be a smart ass back to him.
Yeah.
But I mean, he got fucking chumped by the Knight of Flowers because he's like, if you marry my sister, she will kill you. If you have a child by her, she'll kill that child too. And then he was like, so you're not going to marry her? And then he's like, neither are you. And he's like, God damn it! He's like, you just got chumped by the guy. A guy's name is Knight of Flowers. A guy that made you look stupid.
The guy that was just like finger banging his mouth to Oberyn over there.
But you know, it's funny. Jaime Lannister like looked at him and he walked away. You know, he was like, how the fuck did he know I was fucking?
Then on the other side, Cersei is being a total bitch the whole time. The whole wedding, all this shit's going on. She's just being a total bitch. Like,
bitches can't be holding their wand.
It feels to me like now that King Joffrey's dickheadedness is out of the picture, she's going to come in and be the new super asshole, and they're trying to get you ready for that. Maybe, but yeah, she was just being an asshole all the way through.
It was so quick too. She was sitting there having a good time, kind of like being her bitch, like, you know, like I'm gonna smile at everybody, and then she just got him just like, go and change these plans because I said so. Every breath you take offends me. I was like, well, God,
that guy was a nasty
bastard. I hate that Maester Pycelle.
Let me check you out.
He offends me just by being that. I don't like that guy.
He's disgusting. But yeah, the big bitch comes around and she's like, did you just curtsy? And then she comes over there and she reveals, finally says it out loud for the first time. She doesn't say it, but the look on her face is like, yeah, I am in love with Jaime. And I think Jaime kind of wants her too. He kind of wants that big bitch.
That's a triumph of
fat bitches need love too, Craig.
That's an ogre. Ogre woman.
Maybe he's got a... He wants to be man.
He wants to put his sellsword in her.
Yeah, so I feel bad for her.
I do too. I do like Brienne. She's I like her.
That's a huge bitch. But yeah, so then we go on and it goes through, and the scene between Tyrion and King Joffrey is just badass.
I love it.
In general, I mean, it's amazing. The whole time, like, you're just... Because you root for Tyrion. I mean, he's an asshole too underneath, but he's actually a good guy. Yeah. Deeper.
In the butt.
Deeper and deeper.
Uh-oh. How deep are we going?
And they even show how good of a guy he is by, you know, his whore is going to get killed by the king. And yeah, they're going to do all this shit to her. So he goes and he does the classic movie thing, like what was it, Alf? No, it wasn't Alf, but it was, what was the movie? The guy goes, Harry and the Hendersons. He goes to the woods, he's like, get out of here! John Green was like, just go! And he feels terrible for, you know, the thing. It was like that scene. He's like, just go, you're a whore, you can't bear my children. And he does it partly, I think, honestly, because he does feel bad for his newly found wife, but also because he doesn't want her to get killed. And you can tell he's pissed about that. But
you know, I love that scene, though, because even while Joffrey was dying, he still wants to pull that one asshole card and points to him like, it's fun. You know, but it was funny because when he's picking up that cup, Tyrion, he's looking over. I just wanted to have that CSI moment. He's like, no. He goes, this swine's gone bad. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. That's really the episode should be called Who Done It?
Yeah.
It's like, who done it? They should have like a big redneck guy. Who done it?
But I mean, seriously, people rejoiced around their televisions all around. The whole scene was amazing though. Like, you're rooting for Tyrion, you're like, oh, this is bullshit. That guy's being such a dick. And they really, if like Joffrey's assholishness was at the bottom of the fucking toothpaste tube, dude. They squeezed every bit of it out in that episode.
That's when even when you roll it and you're still like, God damn, there's a little left.
He was being such a little cunt in that whole entire episode. You're just the whole time you're like, God, I hope somebody stabs you, and you felt it. They did an awesome job directing this with the camera. You saw the knight standing back there. You're like, he could be the one. Mm-hmm. You saw her sitting there, and you're thinking he's being such a dick. Someone's gonna die. I thought for a second that he was gonna kill Tyrion, and I was gonna be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Joffrey finally, after he ridicules the shit out of Tyrion, and dude, Tyrion's character took such a step up to me in this one. Like he took a he's a full on good guy now.
Well, Sansa actually stepped up a little bit too, because when he was searching around, making himself look like an asshole, trying to find that cup, that asshole dropped, and she's like, here. I'd be like, bitch, you could have like done something earlier. But even she kind of is coming around to the fact that, look, Tyrion's actually a pretty good guy, and out of all the Lannisters, he's actually doing a good solid to me, and he's been trying to be nice to me, and now he's being treated like shit. The thing is that was like one of those awkward moments at a party where if there was a fight going on and somebody just kept agging it on, and you're like, all right, we're gonna break it up. Let's just all like play beer pong, and then like 5 minutes later, it's like, I told you, I fucking hate your face, and you're like,
you were so thankful to what would have been King Joffrey's wife when that whole awkward scene's like, kneel. Yeah, it was like kneel before Zod. He was just like. And then all of a sudden, thank God, she stands up and she's like, look, the pie is here.
And then he was like, I thought I would go change my clothes, my lord.
Yeah.
Kind of wet. And he's like, I think you look perfectly.
Yeah.
Come be my cupbearer.
He's the perfect little fucking asshole.
I love him, though.
He's so good. And he's retiring from acting now. He's done with acting.
Probably because he's got death threats.
You would think that he would, just what an asshole he is. But
apparently he's
great job done by him.
A really nice kid in real life. Like, they say he's really nice and shit. And he's not like that at all. But that's one of the best moments. Like, that, to me, if you can play a successful villain like that, like, everybody just loves to hate you, like, you've done a great job at acting.
It's nice to see Joffrey get his, but at the same time, you're sad to see him go, because he's such an integral part.
He's such a central part. Like, when you watch the show, you're like, I wonder what that asshole's going to do this today. Yeah. It's like going to school, wait for that bully, and you're like, is he going to fight?
But the first scene that he starts to choke, you know what's up. You're like, oh, fuck, that's what happened. That's what happened. Who was it? Which one was it? And you knew Tyrion was going to get blamed for it. And he picks up the cup, he's like, what?
No, that's what I mean. That whole CSI Horatio moment.
Yeah.
But the thing is that whole scene, and really throughout the episode, but mainly that scene, it was like intense and suspenseful, and like it just had all the elements that make Game of Thrones so good. And they really ratcheted it up from the first episode, and like you were just like hanging on the edge of your seat, like what's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's the best.
I just would love to be one of those people in the back that had nothing to do with the show, but that were like if it was real life, if it was really happening in Game of Thrones, like be one of the people at the party in the back and just be like, like, you said it's like Twitter. Like, how do you have a Twitter account in Game of Thrones? Because I do. But it was such a great, intense moment. I loved it. Yeah. And then they go on and they do like little bits and pieces, but they really focus on that. But they do talk about Stannis Baratheon and his Black Witch bitch, Melisandre, I think.
Yeah.
And how they've got that whole cult. They burn him at the stake and shit happens. And, and she's like, did you see that soul? That soul ran away. He's like, yeah. It's like, Sir Davith was like...
He's like, crazy bitch.
Yeah, I know. That's how Davith was like, I did.
I saw that too. I hate all those people. I just want to smack them all.
Well, it's weird because it's like Stannis Baratheon knows like this is some weird fucked up shit he's involved with. And Melisandre, that rare, even though you're hot, and I want to do you.
That's his problem. He's after that rage.
But she literally birthed a demon from her vagina a couple seasons ago. It's like, that bitch is crazy. You need to get away from that. That's some Wiccan shit. And he's like, no, I gotta win. I gotta win at any cost. But it's gonna cost him his soul in the end.
It's got Mel Gibson.
I had to get Game of Thrones.
Did you just give birth to a man without a face?
Yeah, and then his little daughter, and
I feel like shit for her.
You know what? It sucks because I know something's gonna happen with her. Because even his wife was like, he's like, you will not touch my child or strike her. And then he's like, well, maybe Melisandre should talk to her. He's like, bitch, I will make the rules. And she goes in there and talks to her. You know that they're going to probably
throw her. Oh, now you're going to put your fucking foot down.
They're not happening.
Yeah, and I hate all those fucking people. I hate that going on. Another thing that got overshadowed by the awesome King Joffrey death scene was the Theon and what a fucking crazy person he's doing. We talked about it a little bit, but that guy actually goes in there and he's like, you're a piece of shit. I can't believe I gave you all this. And he's like, no, watch this. Seriously, I'm going to Sweeney Todd this motherfucker. I'm going to sit here. And he's got the knife to his throat. I really wanted him to slit his throat. He's sitting there holding it and you're like, just do it, you fuck. And not only that, but he gave away Jon Snow and everybody else. So the Starks just continued to get fucked.
Well, that's what the Boltons were counting on. I mean, they were like, we broke him completely. I mean, I don't think he's done that. I don't think he's completely broken, because I think it was at the end of season 3 that his sister sailed away from the Iron Islands with a bunch of warships to rescue him. Yeah. So he's going to come back, but
he still ain't got no dick.
His dick's gone.
And he fingered his sister.
She liked it.
I never forgave.
She liked it. And then, of course, you're talking about that. Another little thing that they played on was they showed a little bit of Bran Stark. Yeah. And him running around in summer, the direwolf skin.
Fucking older. I thought it was a different actor for a
second. No, but, he's getting a little Starky. Because he was. I know he's paralyzed, and that fucking sucks, but he's like, then she's like, you gotta eat. He's like, I've already eaten. It's like, you can't eat what a direwolf eats. You're not. If you stay in the direwolf form too long, you'll forget what it's been. He was like, I don't care.
He was like, I just want to eat this fucking deer.
It's like, you want to eat that and enjoy it, but yeah, I always thought it'd be cool to run around as a direwolf, but it'd be my luck. Like, if you could like morph into a fucking animal like a dog, it'd just be like the whole time, like 2 hours just eating grass and fucking like a tree.
I can't wait. You want to?
No, dogs fuck trees sometimes. My dog does.
Oh, worried me there.
It's weird.
Right. But no,
I don't fuck trees.
I kept waiting on him to meet Sam from True Blood out there. Like, what's up, dude? We both do the same thing. You don't watch that show, so it's okay. It's okay.
That's about vampires.
But yeah, so that was pretty cool. I like what they're doing with him. And then he touched the wall, and you actually saw Ned Stark's eyes for a second. He was like, I see the thunder.
Yeah, he touched the wall, and you had the three-eyed Brandon Lee Crow.
So much shit in this episode.
What would you do? He's like, meet me under the tree. It's like, no.
I wanted the Crow to walk up into his tree and be like, you raped her. Morphine is bad for you. Yeah. But yeah, so, and then ultimately, so the question of the day, and also I want to talk about for a second, is do you think the send-off, the death of Joffrey was violent enough?
Joffrey. You said Jeffrey. Jeffrey.
Stroke the fiery wall. But do you think that the death of Joffrey was violent enough for how much you hate the fucking character?
I mean, I would have liked, I think the most poetic scene would have been Sansa cutting his fucking head off. Because she cut off Ned Stark's head.
But then again, we don't know. Maybe she fucked up. She touched the wine cup. Oberyn was over there, too. You know?
But, Oberyn, that's another thing. Oberyn, you mentioned that he didn't... I loved his snarkiness, though. Oh, yeah. He's like, excuse me, former Queen Regent. He's like, Lannister's not the only ones that paid their debts.
Tugging at Superman's cape. What's going to happen? But yeah, so that's...
He was like, come at me, bro. I want to be like...
Let me get some of that cake. Ultimately, the scene where Joffrey dies is fucking
that's the pinnacle.
When he's sitting there, he's like... And then the blood starts coming out of your eyes. Part of you is like, you're getting what you... It's like the scene of Liar Liar. It's like, you're reaping what you sow, you're getting what you deserve. But you're thinking that, but at the same time, you're like, fuck, he's really going to die. But his face turned into, like, onion meats.
I'm glad that Tyrion held himself back, though, because if anybody else had gone through the torment and the embarrassment, I mean, if it had been me, I'm like, fuck yeah, die. But,
everybody went over and Halo teabag.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole effects were badass. Yeah, that was a great death scene.
And Joffrey, his final acting scene, and I don't know if he's gonna, there's a funeral or whatever in the next episode, but his final acting scene alive was badass, just like the rest of his acting. Yeah. Great job of that guy. He will be missed. Not as a character. You fucking deserve what you got.
Didn't he say in the interview that the repercussions of that moment will be felt throughout the rest of the season?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you might have some flashbacks or something. I hated it. Because they could have stretched it. I love to have Joffrey in it for just...
But they really pumped his ass-knowledgeness into that.
They did, but he could have got pumped more. You could have pumped him until he pumped.
Why don't they just pump a little bit more?
Can we pump your nipples a little bit longer?
Pump it up a little more.
Pump up the G. Pump it
up to the dance floor. This is over now. I'm Mike. He's Jay. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.